Today we are planning to go to Observatory Hill, which is one of the 7 hills of Shimla. So while we are going up Observatory Hill right now, you might recall Bantani Hill and Jakhu Hill from the earlier videos that we've seen. I mean, if you've seen them. So it's a bit of a climb to reach the top of the Observatory Hill, but it's worth it. And you'll soon get to see why it's worth it. Wow, how beautiful. So at the top of Observatory Hill was built one of the most influential places in Shimla. The top of Observatory Hill was actually cut and flattened in order to build this place. Wow, just love the chirping of birds. And we've almost reached this place. This is the Viceregal Lodge, or the Rashtrapati Bhawan of Shimla. Wow, that looks grand, right? Just love this view on a clear, bright, blue skies kind of day. It makes everything better, right? So this place was actually where the British Viceroy stayed and ruled the whole country when the Britishers were ruling this country, had colonized this country. And in mid-1800s they'd made Shimla as their summer capital, and this place therefore was where the Viceroy stayed and looked at all the things that were happening throughout the country, and in fact things which were even happening outside the country, because where the boundaries of the country sit today, the British Indian territories were actually much bigger than that. So this place and this beautiful building right here, it actually held immense significance in the erstwhile summer capital of India. So until a couple of years ago, the term Viceregal was actually very confusing for me because I did not really understand what it means. But Viceregal basically means it's related to the Viceroy, and the Viceroy stayed here, hence it was called the Viceregal Lodge. And Viceroy in itself is also a term which was used by the British a lot. It actually means somebody who's acting on behalf of the king but is not really the king, so that's why Viceroy. And I think even today this place is particularly beautiful and calming and peaceful and influential here in Shimla. Clearly the shadows and the sun, it makes for a beautiful view. So I'm not sure if the mic is catching that, but there's this continuous sound which is there in the background, and it's a little irritating as well, maybe. So there's actually a person who's very meticulously and religiously trying to clean the place. He's like cleaning the grass, making sure there are no autumnal leaves on the grass, and that's kind of the sound that you might hear, and you may even see him now right there doing his job here at the Viceregal Lodge. And actually even today the Viceregal Lodge, I believe, is the unofficial residence of the president whenever they come here in Shimla. Of course, the president these days generally stays in Delhi. We've got a Rashtrapati Bhawan or a Viceroy house there in Delhi as well. This one used to be the summer capital, and therefore there's a Viceroy house or President's house here as well. Of course, it is obvious that there are good views of Shimla and the surrounding areas here from Observatory Hill, because as I was mentioning earlier, the Viceroy house was built right at the top of the Observatory Hill. Wow, how beautiful the place looks. So getting to this place was quite a walk and quite a hike, but I think it's definitely worth it. It's so fascinating to see how today all of the top of this hill is actually a flat area, as you see. So I was able to go inside and have a wonderful tour of this place, look at lots of nice old photographs, and also look at the beautiful rooms inside the Viceroy house or the Rashtrapati Bhawan. But the tour as of now is limited because majority of this building is now converted into something which is called the Indian Institute of Advanced Studies, and this is one of the most famous places in India for social sciences. In fact, we've had a lot of famous people come here and study as well. I think even Aung San Suu Kyi, the Myanmar leader, she actually studied here. Even 150 years ago, people would have looked at that beautiful view just as we are looking at it right now. So, as we were speaking, Shimla comprises of a total of 7 hills, and so far we've seen 3 of them, I believe. This one's the Observatory Hill. Of course, we've seen the Bantani Hill, as you may recall, in one of the previous videos, and in the last video itself, we've seen the Jakhu Hill. There are 4 more. I don't recall the names of all of them, but I know there's Summer Hill and Prospect Hill. Anyways, it is time for us to descend the Observatory Hill now and get back towards the Mall Road. And I think I'm quite hungry, so probably we'll have to eat. So yeah, I'll catch you at the Mall Road. We are back here at the Mall Road. It was quite a long walk all the way from the Observatory Hill. We actually crossed the Bantani Hill on our way, and now we are right here, very close to this candle point. I think one good thing that has happened with all these walks with me that I've done is that I just don't get tired of walking. Like, not at all. I can just keep walking. So this was good. But of course, with all the walking, I get extremely hungry. So let's do it now. And that's our very well-deserved Samose and Chhole. Unfortunately, you cannot eat it right now, but I'm sure someday you can. Alright, thank you. I hope you enjoyed watching this. I'll catch you again. Bye.